You got one. The last Falconry show of the weekend. The team here from Perthshire have had a busy weekend. You've taken us into your hearts and your bosoms. We've had a wonderful time over here in Ireland. But it's the last show. We've got another, I don't know, 7-8 hours drive back to Perthshire. So we're going to get things started. Now, for those of you who don't know, falconry is the sport of hunting wild game using trained birds of prey. We're not going to be hunting anything here today because there's not that much to catch in the arena apart from the small child and maybe the small dogs. So we're going to fly some birds just for fun and mainly for a bit of education. Now the first bird we're going to fly for you is a bird that comes all the way from the forests and jungles of South America. It's a bird that's revolutionised the sport of falconry throughout the world in the last 20 years, and it's a bird universally known as the Harris hawk. Now, Harris, what I have with me today is a boy that I bred 4 years ago. He's the brother of my very old and very experienced loved Harris varmint, who's been doing this place now for 18 years. And the bad news is poor old varmint died of old age in May this year. So we needed an emergency replacement, and that came in the form of young Cain. Now, Cain at the moment is somewhere in this tree. What you'll notice about hawks in general is that they're very well camouflaged. It's all about life in the forest, and this bird is a fantastic forest predator. When you look at birds of prey, and some people love them, some people hate them, but bear with me a minute because I'd like to share a few more informational bits about birds of prey before you make your mind up about them. Now, to start off with, what is a bird of prey? What's the definition of it? Well, by definition, it's a bird that hunts and kills other creatures. And we automatically think that makes it a nasty creature. But these birds have been given a really, really important job to do on this planet. And their job is to take out the old, the young, the weak, the sick, and the stupid. If there were bigger birds of prey living on this planet, I can guarantee human society would be a lot better. But there aren't, so that's life. Now, every bird of prey is evolved to do a very certain job. The hawk family of birds of woodland and forest. And you can tell this by just simply looking at a bird like this. Look at this lovely long tail. A bird of prey's tail is his brakes and his rudder. And then look at his wings. He's got very short, deep wings, perfectly designed for life in woodland and forests. He's not very fast, maximum speed of 30 miles an hour, so what he lacks in speed, he makes up for with manoeuvrable flight. Now, his primary sense is his vision. He's got eyes like a hawk, strangely enough. They are phenomenal. 15 times the magnification of yours and mine. And he's very much an opportunist predator. This bird isn't a bird that hunts over hundreds of square miles. He's simply a sprinter. If he were hunting, for example, quail in South America right now, he'd be sitting in a tree looking for them to lower their guard and drop their heads. And as soon as their heads were dropped, he'd launch his attack. Now, he's quite sneaky when it comes to launching his attacks because he's a fairly clever boy. The trouble is I can't see him at the moment, can you, Tom? Come on, McGrath! Hey! He can't even see me through the trees. That's the problem with all this deep foliage. There he is. See, you can see me now. Come on, let's catch this one quick as we can. Hey! He's watching you now. Quick, because we've got to do this. We haven't got a lot of time. We've got 3 birds to fly. Can we catch this one? He said, I'm thinking about it. Hey! Oh, forget that, I just want to do it. Bring him in. Alright, now what I'd like to try and do is show you exactly what a hawk's capable of. But to do this, I need a bit of help. I'm going to need the help of 3 big, tough, good-looking Irish fellas. We had a real bad day yesterday. I don't know if you saw yesterday's display, but I think the guys that we had out had been hit with the ugly stick. We need some good-looking Irish fellas, some big, tough guys. Do we have any volunteers? We want 3 blokes. Have you noticed how mums, sisters and daughters always point to something, don't they? Are you to listen here? Did you hear what I said? Do you understand English? I said good-looking. Come on, sir, you'll have to help us, because beggars can't be choosers. We've got one. Can we have a couple more? We've got another one over there. We want just one more. What about somebody down that end now? 3, 1, 2, 3. Tropical rainforest. Is that... We call that a stroke in our part of Scotland. Yeah? I think you need a bit of help, don't you? We're going to start off with you, sir. What's your name? Wayne, come on over here a second. Now, Wayne, what I want you to see here is some poise and some beauty and a little bit of skill. What I want you to do is using a little bit of flamboyancy, because remember, all of these ladies are watching you like a hawk right now. They're thinking things. I want you to stretch your hands up in the air and join them together over your head for me. Can you do that? Was that very flamboyant? Come on, ladies. Try it. Wait. Let me give you a bit of a tip. Be a bit more of a showman, yeah? Swing it right up there, shake their bum a bit, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3! What do you think, ladies? Not bad, eh? Not bad. Now, what Wayne's unwittingly done is he's turned himself in to the hole of a tree. You see that? We've got this hole just here, yeah? Now, when it comes to flying, this bird is incredibly good at flying through forests. Because what he's able to do is something that no other bird of prey family can actually do. He's able to, hey! But get his attention, he's able to get through incredibly tiny little gaps. You see that? That's what this bird does for a living. And that's what makes him so special. He's evolved to live in areas where other birds of prey simply couldn't survive. Now that was pretty easy. That was like walking through a garage doorway. So we're going to try something a bit more difficult. You, sir, come on over here. Now then, what I want you to do just here for me, if it's so kind, I want you to stand facing that tree. I want to put your hands on your ears. Perfect. Come a little bit higher. What do you think, ladies? Do you know, I'm going for a night out with you. You sound a lot of fun. You sound very easily pleased. If I'm looking for wife number 3, I need your number, all right? Okay, so we've got tiny little holes just there. Let's have a look at this one. Now, do you see these little holes just here, folks? Look at the size of those holes. We've got a bird with a 2.5-foot wingspan. He's got a body that's about 9 inches in diameter, and we've got incredibly tiny little holes. But when he comes to these holes, what this bird's able to do, hey, is he's able to exactly at the right moment slide his wings behind his body and slide through these terribly little holes. And it's how he gets by in the wild. He's one of the world's most manoeuvrable birds of prey. So speed's not important if you've got this incredible manoeuvrability. Let's try something a little bit harder. Now we're going to get you two guys together this time. Come over here, fellas. Now what I want you to do, guys, I want you to stand there with your thumbs pointing that way. You're going to come over this side, and you're going to face that gentleman there, and your fingers are going to be straight. Straighten your fingers out, and you're going to reach forward, and you're going to touch each other's fingers like that. Can you do that? Now look at the size of that little hole, folks. Do we think that bird could fly through that? At the moment, I think he's off probably to somewhere like Limerick. He's miles away, look at him flying. This boy is really, really, really good. Leave the chicken alone, there's a chicken, there's a chicken, there's a chicken. It's all good night for the chicken. Thank goodness that our bird is a pacifist. People imagine these things just go out there and nail things. Tom, you're going to have to be really quick in bringing him back in. And we really appreciate people releasing live food during our demonstrations. It makes our job so much more worthwhile. Do you know what? It's flipping hard enough, folks, bringing these birds several hundred miles, flying them in completely strange places, with lots of distractions of dogs and horses and sheep, without somebody released and flipping meals on heels. Dear me, only in Ireland, eh? Do you know I saw a goat ring down the road earlier? What's that all about? Okay, let's have a look. Have you got him there? Is the chicken safe? Thank God for that. All right, standing nice and still. Let's have a look at this one. Are you watching carefully? Don't blink, because you'll miss it. Hey! Now watch. Just straighten your fingers. Just at the right moment. It slips through those gaps really, really easy. Now, so far, this has all been a bit tame. It's been a bit easy. So I think what we're going to do to finish is we're going to bring you four together into what I like to describe as a crescendo. The final big finale with this bird. So come together, fellas. Let's get rid of him a second. Now what I want you to do is exactly what you two fellas did before. Can you do that again? With your fingers, but this time have your thumbs straight, not bent. Great. Bring your hands together. Now then, this is where we have a problem. You're going to come around here, sir. You're going to put your hands just on either side like that and make a tiny little circle. Can you do that? Now look at the size of that hole. It's a good idea, buddy. Keep your head out of the way. That's always a good idea. You've got to be the judge of this one. We've got the world's most manoeuvrable bird of prey versus a seemingly impossible obstacle. Can this bird get through there? What I want to do is count 1, 2, 3, and all of those good positive half-pint full people, I want you to hear a big yay! All right, let's have a go. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Not bad. And I want all the pessimists who don't think he's going to be able to do it after 3 to give us a big roar. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! You can't cheer for both. You're not allowed. Right, let's have a look at this. Are we ready? Now I need absolutely silence while the world's most manoeuvrable, intelligent bird of prey has a go at this. Are we ready? Standing ever so still, guys. He's lined up. Here we go. Hey! He's on his way. He's lined up. He's seen the food. Here he comes! What would you go through that if you didn't have to? I wouldn't either.